Bros! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Danger Bros podcast. As always, I am Grant Gasparillo Ramos, here with Bobby the Tokyo Pimp de Caistro.
And we are in the Danger Room.
In the Danger Room. Thank you for joining us in the Danger Room. It's still under construction.
But I like it.
I like it.
We're getting somewhere.
We got a real hardcore Dean Ambrose, Cactus Jack kind of feel to everything.
I like it.
Yeah. We like to start every single podcast out with, let's put it this way. You take a little scum and you put it in a bag, and that's how you get the scum bag. We're a little late on these because we had some technical issues, but I don't think those are going to happen anymore.
I think we might have solved them.
I think we may have solved everything. But first, going in our scumbag.
Well, let's explain first.
Yeah, of course.
So the scumbag is as follows. If you have been recently accused...
And there are a lot of people, majority in Hollywood, have been accused of, let's say, sexual fouls.
Sexual misconduct.
Sexual misconduct.
Now, we are not the judge, the jury...
Nor the executioner. Never the executioner.
But some of these...
Except for that one time, and they know what they did.
They know what they did. But sometimes these are either egregious and like, oh my god, this is terrible, or sometimes they just go, something doesn't add up.
Something does not add up.
So, we decided, even though we are not the judge and jury, we're going to judge you.
We're going to judge just a tiny bit. Without, Twitter, slandering. We're going to judge just a tiny bit.
Yeah, I love how everybody is so like, you don't judge them. No, we're going to go ahead.
We're going to go ahead.
If a spade's a spade, I'm going to call it.
If a spade's a spade, you're going to dig it.
Why don't you start?
Hold on. If a spade's a spade, you're going to dig your own grave. Ha.
Oh my God.
I like it. Do you see why you podcast with me? Okay, we're going to start with this one that we've wanted to add for a little bit. In the WWE, Enzo Amore.
Otherwise known as Eric Arndt.
He is accused of... do you want to use the R word, or should we come up with a code word for it?
Without sounding too...
crass.
Violently raping a
Violently raping someone. As it was described by the victim, if you will. Apparently there was meth involved. There was cocaine involved.
And the words... I'm the champion, you should be begging me for this, were recorded on
and even
text.
Worse, they may have been smoking marijuana.
Dude.
Gasp. Heathens, I say.
But either way.
But the weird thing is, though, either way, I just kind of want to put him in here anyway.
Well, here's for me, with this one, like all these cases, you hear it with an ear that goes, well, there's a possibility this is wrong. But this guy is in trouble and was released from the company not because of the actual action. We've seen Rich Swann have accusations and find out they're not true.
Not true at all.
Keep your job. But in this case, this guy decided not to report it to the WWE officials, which to them painted the same picture it did for us, which is why you made it into the scumbag, is that you're hiding something. Dude, nice try, but you're hiding it, dude. And the more you have to hide, the more and most people are, inclined to believe that you did something you shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
So for that alone, in my opinion, scumbag you go.
You get the WWF Women's Championship treatment.
So, the other end of the scumbag, we have people that sometimes you hear the story and they're just like, wait, what?
We don't, yeah.
Where it's just like, the person describing it just goes, yeah, this totally happened, and cannot back it up. And in this case, we have Scott Baio. So Scott Baio, Joni Loves Chachi, Happy Days, had a...
Best known for being Scott Baio.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
I think that's actually his...
This is a man with a 10-year-old daughter in this type of climate.
But did Chachi love Joni?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Chachi might have been making his way around.
He could have.
According to this Nicole Eggert character, she was an actress on Joni Loves Chachi, Happy Days, a couple other shows they've done together.
Yep.
Claimed that there was some inappropriate cuddling, amongst other things. Not too much of an explanation.
Some loving, some feeling.
And there was some cast members and people that worked on the set that would find her kind of like weeping in the corner and talking about Scott.
Which is usually a dead giveaway. If somebody's weeping in the corner.
I mean, yeah, so like that's weird. But then Scott Baio comes out with this attitude. Instead of like trying to be all professional about it and do like most of these guys who are being found out, or like most of them are either being silent, like Harvey Weinstein, Enzo Amore, and most are actually coming out and being like, this is silly, like TJ Miller, Aziz Ansari, like when you hear the story, they're like, "This is ridiculous." Like, and when you hear the full story,
clearly a misunderstanding.
Well, in Scott Bale's case, he came out with that attitude, and his first line of defense was like, "This is the most shaky, argument I've heard." And I have a 10-year-old daughter who I don't
Who
think
doesn't need to go on Google and like.
He said he doesn't respect the fact that this person did it, and he has a 10-year-old daughter that he knows would do it. Now, granted, that sounds like a line like, "You shouldn't try to out me because I have a daughter," but at the same time, it's like
I got kids.
If you didn't do anything, and the first thing you're worried about is your daughter reading something that might, skew her opinion. Of course, there's a selfish part to that, but there's also like a sincereness to it. So Scott Baio, in my opinion, gets sidelined for now.
He gets sidelined for now?
We're going to see how it goes.
We're going to close
He's in there with TJ Miller and Aziz. We're going to see how it goes with these ones.
Okay.
Enzo, on the other hand, the words violent, rape, and the hiding.
Violently raped.
Yeah, I got to throw you in there. And that's a weird way to start our show, but we have to get the serious stuff out of the way so we can have some fun.
If I could spell phonetically violently raped, I would do it with his entrance, but I'm too lazy to.
Yes. Nah, he's just ridiculous.
H-A-R-D. Oh, God, no.
Jesus.
That's bad.
And on that note, that was the scumbag.
And that was the scumbag.
So it lightens up now. We just like to talk entertainment, nerd stuff we like, stuff you might like with us.
I feel like it's not the nerdiest thing you do, but it's like here's like the nerdiest thing you can do, and here's what we like to talk about: Dragon Ball Super. And I say it's very nerdy because there are no English dubs that are caught up with us.
But you know what? I'll get nerdy enough. It's been around since the '80s, and it's still putting on.
If I had known I would like this so much, I would have done another weekly podcast, or rather, I would have
just on that.
I would have dubbed it over myself with different voices.
They have something called Team 4-Star for that, which shout outs to Team 4-Star.
Oh my God, so hilarious.
We love you.
But they have actively said we're working on something else for the foreseeable future.
That's fine.
Did you know what? Did you know that there's a new Dragon Ball game out it's open world?
It's incredible looking. And then it's also Street Fighter style fighting too, isn't it?
And they got some of the guys from Team 4-Star to do the voices.
That's great.
And they even got I can't remember his name for the life of me, from the Ginyu Force, the red one. Anyway, so they switched around some of his attacks, and so like one of them instead of being like Super Combo Blaster, it's like Space Australia.
Space Australia.
Space Australia.
You're gonna notice this too. We're not like super in-depth nerds. I'm not gonna get names from 10 years ago that I haven't watched an episode. We like
Yamcha.
we like to keep up to date. So right now, it's not Dragon Ball Z anymore. It's Dragon Ball Super.
Did I say Dragon Ball Z again?
But they don't even know the difference.
I could.
So Super, this is just, and to me, this is the greatest incarnation of Dragon Ball Z yet.
Before we go into it, I just had but I had a really good idea the other day for the next Comic-Con I go to.
What was that?
I'm going to get a Yamcha costume, and I'm just going to lay down on the floor.
That's
it. If I see like a Dragon Ball costume, I'm just gonna lay down on the floor.
Yamcha dies and everything. He's practically the Kenny of Dragon Ball.
Who do you think has died more, Yamcha or Sean Bean in anything?
Touche.
Anyway, so this past episode we've been really excited about because we've been theorizing from last week how, let's call it the Dragon Ball Z squad, the Team 3
the Z Fighters.
The Z Fighters are gonna win, and part of me still thinks they might lose.
You want to hear something funny? Team 4-Star did something once where somebody called them the Z Fighters, and they all sat there and went, "Who?"
It's not bad.
No, they all sat there and went, "Who?" They're like, "The Z Fighters." They're like, "We've literally never called ourselves that, ever." It was just great, because that's something I noticed.
Because, yeah, wow.
I picked up on it. They kept calling them that throughout the show, but they never once referred to themselves as the Z Fighters. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just silly with the things I find funny. But either way, I don't know where you're going with this, but as far as I'm concerned, what I want to tell about Super is...
Break it down on Super.
We're in the Tournament of Power. Now, had we not had technical difficulties, we explained a lot of the Tournament of Power last week, so I'll break it down real quick.
By all means.
40-minute long tournament. It's to determine what universe will remain, and the other ones that are eliminated throughout the tournament will be erased. And when I say erased, from existence.
And I love how it's not like we're gonna kill everybody.
No, you're just erased. It's not violent.
You're no longer there.
You just never existed after that. So we're down.
And some of them have been like, and other ones have just been like, alright, good game.
So we're down to 2 universes, 7 and 11. 7 being ours, and 11 being another universe that has this group of fighters called the Justice Warriors.
Yes.
Justice Fighters, whatever.
I'm going to go with Warriors.
It's so dumb, in my opinion. That's the dumb part about this. But there was two characters, Jiren and Toppo, who have proven to be the last two in their universe. And
Jiren is apparently unstoppable.
And Toppo is a god of destruction. Now, god of destruction, if you know Beerus, Beerus has yet to be beaten by any of these guys. Beerus went and took a nap.
Yeah.
In the middle of the fight. He didn't get beat. He didn't beat him. He just took a nap. Because he's a cat.
I'm good.
So
I'm a cat god.
So we've never seen the full potential of a god of destruction. Well, then Toppo starts taking it out real heavy and practically eliminates Frieza.
Yeah. But who just by the tip of his tail,
he lands on a piece of rock, just barely hung on. And the way you can get eliminated from the Tournament of Death is either you die, but if someone kills you, they are eliminated. You can be knocked off the side of the ring and you cannot fly.
Which it took me a few episodes to realize.
Yeah, or you could be completely incapacitated. And right now, Frieza's completely incapacitated, but not eliminated because he might have enough ki power in him to not worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, he can walk and talk, so technically he can fight.
So technically, on the stage right now is Android 17, Vegeta, Goku, and Frieza versus Toppo and Jiren. Now,
which Android 17 is still I'm like, what?
Android 17 has really proven with that barrier attack.
Yeah, that barrier attack is everything to him.
And that infinite stamina is even more integral. And I think in the next episode we'll find out why. But right now, where we stand is that Toppo, who is starting to face Vegeta and shaping up to be a real problem. Vegeta during the Majin Buu series self-destructed. Didn't kill Majin Buu, but killed himself.
He was Majin Vegeta.
But that was when he was Super Saiyan 2.
Yes.
Now
he's freaking.
Now he's Royal Blue Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
God. He did the same attack and eliminated Toppo. And once we all thought Vegeta was going to be gone, there he is, just dusting himself off.
He was just like, "What? Okay, I'm back to normal."
Back to base form. Yeah. So I thought that was incredible. They allowed Vegeta to survive. It's now 4 against 1, but only 3 of which are visible because Frieza's pretty much done.
Yeah,
he got knocked out of his gold into his regular.
I still think he's the linchpin. I think
his actual existence on the battlefield will be what I think wins it, because Jiren might eliminate 2 out of the other 3, but if the time stops and there's 2 versus 1, the one that's left is done. That universe is eliminated. So we get to see next week what might happen. We did get to see Jiren kind of bulk up and
Hulk out
and show his true power, but I think we'll see more of that next episode. The other thing that I thought was pretty interesting about that was that they only showed Frieza a couple times just to make sure you knew.
Yeah, just a reminder. Hey, by the way,
I think that's too blatant. They threw that in there for a reason.
Okay, so it's an end game.
And I also want to remind everybody that there's per universe there's a god of destruction.
Okay.
A Kai and an angel.
Got it.
And the only person that doesn't get eliminated from each universe when they erase them is the angel. So there is a theory coming that the angels are going to start a war after they've eliminated all these universes.
Do you think they're going to be who are the? Because what are the 2 supreme gods of everything?
That would be Xeno.
Do you think they're just going to be like, okay, everybody's gone, let's attack the Xeno?
Yes, I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
All right, nailed it.
So as far as Super for this week is concerned, that's where I leave us off.
I'm okay with that.
Do you got anything you want to add that I might not have hit? I think we covered it.
Just that I want to be Yamcha. At one point, I would like to.
You know what the beautiful thing about being an adult is? You could be
Yamcha.
You could be Yamcha.
We're gonna move into some more mainstream news. The big news of the day: the Deadpool 2 trailer has dropped. In classical Deadpool fashion, it breaks the 4th wall. It introduces new characters. Terry Crews is in there for a second. They're essentially introducing the X-Force. I want to say the X-Force.
I love Terry Crews. I'm glad he's involved.
I feel like Terry Crews can just inject humor into everything because...
And a lot of badassery, dude. That guy's a monster.
Well, there's the thing. He's so big. He's ridiculously big. And a great painter, by the way.
You know who else is Jim Carrey?
A painter?
Yeah, he has a little documentary about how he needed to paint out of nowhere one day, and he bought a studio and His paintings are actually beautiful. Very colorful, very cool.
Terry Crews, when he was like in between football teams, he would go to guys and be like, "Hey, look, I can paint you like a picture perfect as thing of you, but I need some extra money, so that's why I'm doing it." And they look like photographs.
Wow, he's that good.
He's that good because when he was young, he said he wanted to be a painter. So you know what his dad did? He marched him down to the courthouse, and he said, "This guy's gonna do what do they call them? The portraits of people on trial." And so he sat there.
And those guys are talented because they're sketching out full blown portraits in like minutes.
And so that's how he really learned to hone his craft. He's a really interesting character.
But dude, and it's cool.
Sorry, I mean I know.
No, I was gonna say it's cool that they added a guy like that to the Deadpool series because like, I think a lot of these people deserve this Marvel money. You know.
Yeah,
He's one, and Josh Brolin getting that double dose of that Marvel money, being Cable and Thanos. Yo, all I gotta say is, Josh Brolin, you did it, man. You figured it out.
You cracked the code.
You did it. Other than, I don't mean Cap. I mean Cap was
Human Torch.
He was Johnny Blaze, but
no.
What?
No.
Oh, I'm about to get corrected.
No, Johnny Blaze is the Ghost Rider.
Oh, I did that just now, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
So what was his name then?
Johnny Storm. The opposite of blazing. I really want, because now that Marvel has Fantastic Four back, I would love for an Infinity War, Thanos just kills Captain America, and then out of nowhere comes Chris Evans as the Human Torch.
You know what I'd really like? If they like took Fantastic Four and like buried it and never did anything again with it.
Yeah.
Miles Teller shit on that whole thing. Pardon the language, but it was bad.
When we first started this podcast, and I got to upload all the old episodes when I was in California and with Tony, the first sidekick to St. Louis.
That's a good name.
He was.
Tony, the first sidekick.
We would always rag on that movie, being like, and now week after week, we'd be like, now we're going to review Fantastic Four. Oh wait, neither of us want to watch it.
Right.
And one day I was really sick, and I'm like, let's just add to the punishment, and I'll finally watch it.
Let's make Galactus a cloud. Great idea.
The reboot without Galactus, just, oh god,
with Miles Teller.
With Miles Teller, it was
Stick to drum movies.
I even kind of like the first Fantastic Four, or first two Fantastic Four movies, because you're like, these are silly. The Silver Surfer looks cool. Whatever. But it's not like it's like I didn't take them seriously. Like,
I just think that when they're making movies like Thor, Ragnarok, and Black Panther that's about to come out, like, I don't think they have room for another Fantastic Four mess.
No, we've already got the Guardians.
Speaking of Black Panther, dude.
Black Panther.
You want to go there? You want to go there?
Okay, so
as far as Deadpool's concerned, Cable.
Yeah.
Cable.
We good. We good on cable? We good on cable?
Cable.
We good on cable.
I got cable. You got cable?
I got cable. I got no satellite.
I got a few
Wait,
channels.
do I have satellite? I think I have satellite.
He lives in the middle, dog. In the middle of...
I don't got cable.
Guess
I got
what?
satellite.
Nowhere.
I do.
He lives where it's okay still to raise your Dixie flag in the morning and
Not that I do. I don't own a Dixie flag. I am not on that. I actually just had a DNA test. Turns out I'm 5% African. Ain't that something?
I'll take it.
Ain't that
I like it. I'm a little jelly.
Plus, you should see my adopted siblings.
Peanut butter and jealous, dude.
Yes, Black Panther.
Oh.
I have never hated the country of Australia so much.
That's where they filmed?
No, it's already out there. They've already seen it. They've already seen it in Australia.
That is so perplexing because it's like I'm gonna now have to not be on the internet until I see it.
I know, and like I'm just the one on like being like, do I go to Pirate Bay? I want to see it big. I want to see it because like I don't know why. Like I'm so enthusiastic to see it more than like by all accounts. And if you want to plug your ears, I'm gonna give like a little review that I heard.
Yeah, spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
Apparently, it's okay. It's good.
No.
Yeah, like it's Iron Man. It's Iron Man 1. It's a Marvel.
So it was that same like hit that Iron Man gave when everyone was like, "Oh."
It's an origin story, but it's a good origin story with like really good beats behind it and a lot of like. It looks like they put a lot of work into it.
Bro, you ever like have a mustache hair just tickle your nose?
Yeah, all the time.
This whole time, I've been trying to listen.
I got this nice shave.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out too. You look very clean today. You look very nice. Coiffed.
Yeah.
Coiffed is a good word. But no, I digress. Black Panther for me, dude. I don't know. There's 3 parts of this movie that make me go, I gotta go see it. One, this is the richest, makes Tony Stark look like a child. Character to ever bless any comic book, let alone a comic book movie.
Marvel, DC.
He's the richest.
Vertigo. I mean,
and you'll find out why. But
unless you count like when Ghost Rider was in charge of hell.
Well, that's not monetary.
There's no
wealth.
monetary. Yeah.
The thing about you know, and again, spoilers coming here. The thing about Wakanda is when T'Chaka died.
Yeah.
T'Challa took over. T'Chaka was T'Challa's father. T'Challa being Black Panther.
He died during the events of Civil War.
Now, the thing about T'Chaka and T'Challa, they were the king and prince, respectively, of Wakanda, which is an African country that you don't even know how to get to. But guess what? This movie, number 2, shows us how they get into Wakanda finally. Wakanda has been so well hidden. The thing is that they are the only ore of vibranium in the world. So vibranium is what Cap's shield is made out of.
And famously, Ultron said the most amazing metal in the... I'm paraphrasing. Most amazing metal in the world, and he used it to make a Frisbee.
Right?
Yeah, like, implying that there's so... Like, he made the Vision out of vibranium because of its almost mystical element.
I mean, Ultron is made out of vibranium.
Ultron was coated in vibranium.
So this country is the ore. And so this is the most technologically advanced society in the world, and they're going to show you everything. And the main thing I'm ready to see, which is number 3, Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. Eric Killmonger will be donning the Golden Jaguar suit, which is basically T'Challa's suit.
I think it might be made of like discarded Black Panther suit.
No, I think what it is that it's the same woven Black Panther vibranium, but he took T'Chaka's gold from it and incorporated the gold from T'Chaka's original Black Panther. Black Panther, if you didn't know, is a moniker passed down to the protectors of Wakanda. So if you are the Black Panther, it means you are the one skilled the most to take care of Wakanda. Now, the reason being, they need to have a Black Panther because when you're the most wealthy nation in the whole world, when you make Tony Stark look like a kid with a trust fund, gotta protect that ass.
Dude. And you might want to close your ears for a second, because I'm gonna reveal a major plot point.
3, 2, no, fuck it, I want to hear it. Pardon my language again, but I'm getting excited.
So a really big issue in this next movie, apparently, is Wakanda wanting to reach out and aid other countries with their vast wealth, but the opposing side of, like, let's say the Wakandan Senate saying, like, if we do that, they're going to realize that we're the richest superpower ever and come attack us. They're going to say, like, they think we are just using spears and shields. They're going to know that we're more superior than anybody. And so I think that's where the whole Killmonger thing is going to be.
He wants them to know who the boss is, basically.
No. He wants to be the Black Panther because he's just like, no, let's keep it a secret. Like, we don't care about anybody else. They don't care about us. We shouldn't care about them.
But T'Challa's probably like, we need to help these people.
Yeah, like, clearly, like, did you not just see me fight a giant Ant-Man? Clearly we need to, like, you know, have a good line of communication with these people.
The other thing is they took Michael B. Jordan and made him into a comic book character. Now, I know that sounds, upon first statement, dumb as could be, but that hair, dude... They did it. The hair alone.
It looks good.
He is a comic book character.
Got the dots on him. I don't know how to describe that.
Yeah, it's like stippling almost. Yeah, and it's just, in all honesty, like, I think that the second I saw Michael B. Jordan's like visual appearance, his aesthetic, I was sold. I was already sold on Black Panther the second I heard that it was going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but when I saw the visual of Michael B. Jordan jumping out of the back of the van with his hair like that, looking up, like that downward look with the upward eyes.
That terrifying look from Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he, and after hearing the stories of him filming Creed about how he can actually fight and that he's a dangerous dude. Like,
yeah, I don't want to ever like.
he looks like a guy I wouldn't want to take a punch.
I
from.
would never want to mess with that.
He also looks like a guy you'd like, hang out with at a party.
I would approach him at a bar and I would be like, "Can I buy you a beer? Please don't hate me."
Or hit me.
Yeah.
But as far as Black Panther, man, it's projected to crush Jumanji in the box office. Speaking of Jumanji,
Jumanji meant a lot.
The Rock, dude.
Jumanji meant a lot.
Man, I gotta tell you right now, I could not care less.
It was okay.
You know what I like? I like The Rock. But you know what I'm more excited about with The Rock?
I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say Rampage.
This is all his right now.
Okay, this is all me real quick because I've been
washing my hands.
I've been on the fence about this. I really have. Like, for instance,
y'all remember Rampage?
I love the video game. So, if you'll excuse me for giving you a brief anecdote. So today I had blown a tire. It was not fixable. So I went to a Walmart that fixes or replaces tires rather. I'm not gonna lie to you. That should probably take about 20 minutes. Yeah. No. Anyway, they're like, yeah, it's gonna be about an hour. So. I wandered about this giant Walmart for about an hour. Got myself a McDonald's sweet tea because there was a McDonald's there. Why not?
And it's the South, so
yeah, of course.
Get you a sweet tea.
So I went down every single aisle, and I'm like, it's gonna be weird, but I'm gonna go down the kids aisle. That's just because I have a fast. I wanted to see what WWE.
He's gonna go down the kids aisle because that's where we get all of our toys. And stuff.
Very much. I want to see what WWE action figures they have. I'm not gonna lie. I saw a really nice Kevin Owens action figure.
Ooh, did you get it?
No, I didn't. It was weird looking. So I see all the new Rampage toys, all of which have the animals. They like had them very vividly with shots from the movie, and the gorilla. I'm like, okay, I've seen the gorilla. The wolf. Okay, it's just a wolf. It's just a wolf in the toy form.
Like you see Lizzie the lizard, which is Godzilla.
So no. This is from the movie. Now here's the weird thing.
We don't get Lizzie, dog.
Here's the weird thing. We had Lizzie. We had all of that in the cartoon form, and then they had the Lizzie that is a crocodile in the new movie. And it's got boar tusks, but also half of it is tail. Like apparently,
crocodile with boar tusks.
Yeah,
I'm in.
And then like exactly before that, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'll catch it when it comes on. I'm like, nope. I might see this. I'm probably gonna see this movie just for the crocodile alone.
That'd be funny if like they were lining up the monsters and they show Lizzie and like the monkey and the wolf, or the gorilla and the wolf start laughing like, this is what you came up with, exactly. And she just goes, "You're just a giant wolf. That's not even creative." Yeah, try me. You're lucky. I bet The Rock kills you first.
And here's the weird thing is, The Rock's action figure looked nothing like him. And I have a Rock action figure somewhere that looks
You also have a very vivid idea of what The Rock looks like.
I mean, how hard would it be just to grab a WWE action figure, scan it, shrink it down a little bit, and then repurpose that?
Boom.
Boom. Done and done.
You need to go into the toy.
I think we really should go see it. If at the very least...
just to review it, at least.
At the very least, we should hit the bar beforehand and then go see it, just to enjoy it.
For those of you who don't know, hitting the bar with Grant is more than fun. So that might be a very silly review.
I appreciate it. Honestly, let's see it on a day that we have nothing to do at 9 a.m, but just still
smashed by 11:30.
By 11:30, and just have our cell phones up and be like, "Oh my God, this is ridiculous. The wolf flies."
And you hear someone in the back, "Shut the hell up!
Why are you here at 9 a.m? I'm wasted too."
Everybody's like, "You shut up, I'm drunk." "Me too."
Come join us, we need a guest.
Only in Florida. Only in Florida. Not proud, not ashamed.
We're not a proud state.
We do a lot more ebbing than flowing.
Yes, very much so. I do want to touch on this. So,
what we got?
Tomorrow we haven't got anything yet. Tomorrow we're getting a trailer for Venom with Tom Hardy, and here's where I'm hesitant because last time
it's Tom Hardy.
Last time the news broke about this, they're like, remember we covered this, the first picture of Tom Hardy on the set of Venom, and it's just Tom Hardy. It was just
It
Tom
was
Hardy,
just a
like,
picture of him reading a book.
reading a book, like probably just being like.
It was from another movie he was in.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, just like I imagine just in his head.
Man, let me preface this by saying Tom Hardy is the Tom Brady of movies. He can do no wrong. He's perfect.
Oh, for sure.
He's perfect. And for those of you who don't agree with me about Tom Brady, you probably order your steak well done and eat it with ketchup. So
Are we going there?
I'm going there.
Oh, by the way.
What
Hold on a second.
was that?
Temporal loop. Temporal loop.
Still here? Man, that editing is weird, bro.
Yeah. What are you talking about? That wasn't editing. That was black hole. That was Elon Musk going into space.
That was that SpaceX thing,
Yeah.
man.
But anyway,
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hart. Yes.
Oh god, dude. All right, so like, I don't know about you. Tom Hardy could not do any wrong. Like
No.
any film, like dude, after seeing Bronson, I was like, I'm sold. This guy could literally play a banana peel in a compost pile, and I'd be like, this is the most interesting movie ever.
Okay.
But dude, the poster is Tom Hardy standing there with his giant, traps, and half of them is Venom, and the other half is Tom Hardy, and you're just like, this is so cool because it's Venom and Tom Hardy. Ah!
You're one and the same.
That's literally how my brain reacted.
No, I think that's.
Other than that, I mean, like, dude, second Venom comes out, I bet anything it does a number at the box office.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I mean, people are liking villain movies, dude.
I mean, everybody's clamoring for an anti-hero.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love it.
Do you want to do this, or do you want to get out of here?
I like Henry Cavill and I like Superman, but do you guys think it's necessary for him to be in everything, including Shazam? Now, granted, Shazam, the kid who plays him, what's his name again? Not the kid, the actor, the actual character.
Billy Batson?
Billy Batson did idolize Superman.
Yeah.
But Grant had a good idea, and I don't know if you remember telling me this. He had an idea where they could film Billy Batson witnessing the Zod battle.
Yeah.
And just being inspired by that, and they could literally not even use Henry Cavill or pay him. They could just take a clip from the movie and film Batson's head in the back.
I mean, didn't they do that with Batman v Superman, and Ben Affleck was just like, I'm seeing all this and it's terrible and I don't like him at all.
Basically.
I'm an angry, smoking Batman.
If Henry Cavill were to show up in Shazam, I think that's what the extent of it would be. Other than that, I mean, I don't find it to be.
You don't think he would stop by in Justice League?
I don't think he's going to be the Batman to the Flash as people are hoping he's going to be to Shazam.
I think maybe they'll film him just during the battle or something and landing in front of him and being like, get to safety, kid, and then boom.
Not even saying a word. He probably didn't say a word to him. In my opinion, I think he would land in front of him and just continue on, and Batson would just witness it.
I'm fine with that.
And he probably...
I don't need more than 30 seconds of him.
That's even a lot.
That's even, I don't need...
I agree, though, dude. It doesn't need...
I don't need him coming down and being like, this is how you should be, I'm Superman. No, just... Boom.
A true cameo.
Maybe something, and then woof.
Done.
Boof and woof.
Boof and foof.
Boof and woof.
That could be a thing. Little boof and foof,
The old boof and woof.
It kind of rolls off the top.
We're gonna do that in every single comic book character or comic book movie from now on. We're just gonna be like, who?
When your cameo happens, it's a little boof and foof.
In Spider-Man: Homecoming, Tony Stark, he made a little boof and woof for a second.
And if anybody asks, what did you just say? You just go, okay.
You're not in the loop.
You don't even say that. Just go, okay.
You got it.
All right.
So we like to end every single podcast with a little segment which we like to call the long shot.
Normally we have a little gun sound, but
don't tell them. I was gonna put it in later.
I mean,
it's fine. It's whatever.
I was gonna say it because now we got a gavel.
We got a
so
gavel.
I just be like,
the long shot. So we like to talk about everything that we've just discussed this week and really focus in on what we think has the least chance of succeeding. And I get the feeling this is going to take the record for the longest consecutive long shot. But out of everything that we've talked about...
What do you want to go first? Or
I'll go first if you need some time to...
I know mine. I'm ready for you.
You go first then.
Henry Cavill. I don't think...
Henry Cavill was yours?
Yeah. Was that yours?
No.
I know what yours is, but I think Henry Cavill will definitely be the least likely to make a larger than appearance.
As much as I'm gonna see it, and I'm strangely enthusiastic for it, I really think that my long shot's going to be Rampage. And I know this is dumb, considering we just came off a really good Rock movie, and it's going to be met afterwards with, One-Legged Die Hard that The Rock is doing. Did you not see this?
Just the name alone, dude.
No, it's called Skyscraper.
Oh, I thought the name was actually One-Legged Die Hard.
No, it's The Rock's family.
I was gonna be like, what is this, another human centipede? Like, what the heck?
The Rock's family is stuck in a building, and he's in an adjacent building, but the big handicap is he only has one leg. So he has to jump from one building to another at one point, and then save his family. And it sounds terrible. So I think it's just gonna go good on Jumanji, which it did. It did amazing. Rampage, people are gonna be like, what are we watching? And then they're gonna get back on board for One-Legged Die Hard.
And on that note, I've been Bobby, Tokyo Pimp DeCastro.
And I have been, I forgot what I was.
Grant, Gasparilla, Ramos, the GGR.
The GGR. And thank you for coming with us in the Danger Room. We have been the Danger Bros.
Sometimes we're a little bit with it, sometimes we're a little off. Oh well. Let's go have a smoker.